This is the view from atop the Walt Whitman Bridge in Philadelphia, a view the industrial bridge painters of Corcon, Inc., based in Coatesville, see often.
My family's been in the painting industry since before I was born.
Lou G. LYRAS is president and owner of the industrial painting company, which specializes in bridge restoration. The work has taken the company all over the United States, restoring iconic bridges such as the Benjamin Franklin Bridge in Philadelphia and the Verrazano Narrows in New York City.
I had uncles who were in the business back in the 1920s, 1930s. Then when my father came over, obviously he's going to work with his brother-in-law or a cousin or another uncle. And then I grew up in that industry. That's part of chain migration.
LYRAS is part of a community of bridge painters with families hailing from Greece who are concentrated mostly in the city of Campbell. He says many Greeks who immigrated to the United States came here with the core skills of industrial bridge painting.
My grandfather on my mother's side came here in 1912. My father came here in 1948. A lot of the people that came here were working on ships, sails and rigging and things, that sort of business. This is the job that they did when they came over from Greece. That's really the background that a lot of the Greek people, when they came here to this country, obviously that's the trade they went into.
The city of Campbell, with a population of about 8,000, has the second highest concentration of residents with Greek ancestry of any city in the United States. That population includes the LEVENDIS family. George LEVENDIS learned the trade from his father.
I believe that the kids, follow in their father's footsteps, and I believe the Greek culture is, you work hard, you provide for your family.
LEVENDIS is president of Campbell City Council and project manager for APBN, Inc., another company also specializing in bridge painting.
So I worked for the father till he passed, and now I work for the sons, and I'll probably work there till I retire.
And it's no different for LEVENDIS, whose father John immigrated to the United States in 1953 from the island of Kalymnos.
I've been painting for 1953 to 94.
This edition of the Kentucky Post, dated June 14, 1971, features a picture of John LEVENDIS at age 41 working on the Brent Spence Bridge, which spans the Ohio River.
This is Chris Tarianopoulos. We was working together.
19 years later, the same bridge was featured on the Kentucky Post front page. This time it was the younger LEVENDIS working on the bridge. Together they have 70-plus years of bridge painting experience.
My father worked on the Inner Belt in downtown Cleveland, the first bridge that they built, that they demoed, I believe, 4 or 5 years ago, or longer than that. And we painted, our company painted a portion of that.
Bridges aren't the only structures John has painted. He's also worked on industrial buildings and communication towers. Some jobs required him to work more than 1,000 feet off the ground.
I'm never afraid, because my mind, it was on a job.
While George has traveled all over the country, he's also worked on several local bridges.
Probably all the famous ones that everybody knows around Youngstown, APBN's name's on it. So the Mr. Peanut Bridge everyone knows, that's right in downtown, the 7-Eleven connector, all the YSU bridges, the 680 loop, Market Street. We just painted Market Street. That was a few years ago.
LEVENDIS says the bridge painting industry of today is drastically different from the one his father worked in.
It was dangerous, and back in the day was, all you really needed was a few pickups and some buckets, and you were kind of in business. But in this day and age, with the EPA regulations and OSHA and all the safety things, I mean, it's just a huge, huge project.
When you were painting, though, it was a different story. It was pretty dangerous, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. That time it was. Like I told you, if you ask a safety belt, next day you don't got a job.
Safety wasn't enforced. There wasn't. Now, that's all gone.
LYRAS, who started his company in 1976, remembers the changes in the industry in 1985, when OSHA and the EPA started cracking down on regulations.
You could probably get started in a month after your contract, not even 2-3 weeks. You get a contract, you get started. Now it takes us anywhere between 6 months to 8 months to start a project. The reason it's not signing contracts, the engineering. We have to spend quite a lot of time engineering that containment, building giant scaffolding, huge floors that span 3,000 feet.
Now LYRAS says the easiest part of the job is actually painting the bridge.
That's the smallest part of our work now, is the painting.
You can read more in Dan O'Brien's stories in the April edition of the Business Journal, out now. Click the subscribe tab to order your copy today.
$717 Credit Union, savings power to give your business an extra boost. Business savings, certificates, and business money market. $717 Credit Union, make your money work as hard as you do.